All right, friends. And as a reminder, I do not mute you. So if it's just full-on circus happening in your house, you can mute yourself, but otherwise the sounds of one another's homes and distractions are part of what bring us together. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for finding this time to support your body, support your mind. All right, Mick and Marco and Matthew are getting rowdy over there, guys. Come on. All right, stretch your legs out. Close your eyes. Let your hands rest at the sides of your body. Palms up. Drop the small of your back towards your mat. And to do that, you need to draw your belly button in towards your spine. Here, you're not making any physical effort at all, so you can really put all of your attention into your breath. And for some of you, you already have a lot of things on your mind, or there are a lot of distractions tugging for your attention. Close your eyes. Hear your breath. Allow those things to be around you, just like when the wind blows, but it doesn't throw you way off course. It's just a sensation. You are slow and steady. Inhale and exhale. For those of you that were here yesterday, we were thinking about belly breath. So take your right hand, place it over your belly, and then just go back to your breathing. And here, it's so much easier to feel your belly inflate when you breathe in and deflate when you breathe out, because you've relaxed the stomach muscles, you've relaxed the ribs. Slow this down. Take an inhale in and a slow exhale out your nose. Take an inhale in and a slow exhale out your nose. That's your rhythm. Inhale in, exhale out. And that's about the pace of your breath. So even if you're in a challenging posture, imagine you're in plank right now. Your pace goes like this. Inhale in, exhale out. Notice how the breath here, when you're relaxed on your back, easily comes from a deeper place. Let's call that the pit of your belly. This is where your breath originates. Even when you're standing up, even if you have one leg down, one leg up, it comes from that deeper place, not high in the chest, high in the throat, but from the pit of the belly. So capture this sensation. Yoga is so much about muscle memory that we repeat what we're doing. We repeat the alignment cues. We repeat in our mind how to connect breath with movement. And then it starts to all align. It starts to make sense. You start to naturally adjust. Take one more breath here. Reach your arms back above your head. Take a big stretch, palms up. Flex your feet, drive through your heels, maybe so much that your heels even lift up off the mat and reach really long. And relax. Keep your arms up above your head unless you have shoulder or neck issues and that's pinching, in which case you could take your hands more out to the side. Bend your knees, squarely put your feet on the floor and press through your heels, lift your hips. So my arms are still reaching overhead, putting weight on your shoulders. If you have that support under your shoulders and neck, that's nice. Supporting you here, but you can still engage through your quads, engage through your glutes, lift up, squeeze. See if you can engage some parts and soften some parts. So soften your face, soften your jaw, soften your hands, but your toes, feet, quads, glutes, very active. Drive through your heels, lift your hips. Are you breathing? Inhale. Exhale. Stay here. You're firing up right from the beginning. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your next exhale, travel down, lower your hips. Bring your hands back to neutral, back to your side, and then just toss your knees gently side to side, opening up through your hip flexors, opening up through those joints. You go as slow as you need to. Come back to neutral, hug your knees into your chest. If you're okay here, lift your back, lift your shoulders, lift your chest, keep the small of your back pressing down and just hug your knees in. And then release that, rock all the way up. And find yourself at a seat at the top of your mat. Easier said than done, the rocking part, huh? Work on that. Sit gently. You can cross your legs or support underneath your knees with your blanket or your pillow froze here. Can you guys see me?
Yep.
Okay. Somebody said we were frozen.
Oh, there you go.
Now you're back. Okay, Chris. All right, so if you're sitting with your legs crossed, you can elevate your hips if that needs to happen for you, sitting on your blanket. If not, you're okay here. Just sit comfortably, close your eyes. Take a couple deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands together to heart center. I invite you to start your practice before we think about gratitude. Look inside some part of you that's hiding and just take a peek there. What are you afraid of? And I don't mean spiders or zombies, but what are you really afraid of? When I went through yoga teacher training, we were asked that question, and it took a long time for everybody to have the courage to share. But when they did, almost everybody was afraid of the same thing. And it was of not being worthy. We hide that way deep. Just take a peek there. And then acknowledge your own greatness. Look back at your life, something that you have offered. Whether you're doing that now or not, you are and you will leave a legacy just by being you here in this world. I invite you to share your gratitude practice with me today of just being grateful for you. Being grateful for the opportunities that you've been given and for the unique spirit that you have to share with others. Take another deep breath in. Open your mouth, exhale. One more like that, deep cleansing breath, deep breath in. Big open mouth, exhale. Open your eyes. Inhale, lift your eyes up, lift your eyes and your hands up to the ceiling. Really reach like you're gonna pull yourself right up off your mat here. Take a big breath in, pull your shoulders back, and then bring your hands to your sides. Come on around to your hands and knees. You can set your blanket or pillow off to the side. Warm up your back here in your tabletop a couple times. So hands and knees. Knees are about 2 fists apart. For most people, that's about hip distance. All 10 fingers spread out and pressing down into the mat. And if you have a bend in your elbows, press that mat away so you engage through your shoulders, pull your belly in, relax your feet, open your eyes, set your gaze to the front of the floor or the space in front of your mat. Now breathe. We're not moving yet, just breathe. Hold your gaze steady. Take a breath in and a breath out. Good. Slowly drop your hips back towards your heels. Maybe your hands can stay right where they were and your hips will just travel. So you come to a tight child's pose, meaning your knees are not touching, but they're not wide either. And you bring your chest towards your thighs. And if your head does not reach the floor, this is where a yoga block is awesome. If you just want to try out your yoga block, Susan. And if your head doesn't reach the floor and you don't have a yoga block, grab that pillow or blanket. Make yourself a little landing pad right here. Or just relax all the way down, head to the floor. If your arms are too far out in front of you and it's tugging through your shoulders, back your wrists up just a little bit. But I'd like you to have a lot of extension through your arms here. So a lot of extension through your hands. Push down through your pinky finger. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Tomorrow starts the month of July. Choose a word that you can go back to again and again during the month of July to remind you of what you're up to. What's your bigger purpose? And so it's not laundry. It's something bigger like patience or courage or showing up. Keep your hands where they are. Pull your belly button in. Just lift through your hips. Now you come all the way back up to your tabletop. And let's just do that back and forth about 4 times with your breath. So inhale, push the mat away. Exhale, keep your hands where they are. Just drop your hips back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, push back. As we do this, if you'd like to take your chest a little bit forward as you inhale, you can actually take yourself forward, extending through your chest, dropping your belly towards the floor. As long as you're doing that gently, push your hips back. So you're just rotating back and forth here, opening through the front of your body and your legs. Good, Susan. Keeping all 10 fingers really pressing down into the floor. Go slow enough that you notice when you get to the spots that are stuck. Don't just rush past them 60 miles an hour. Stop, pause, let that open like you're squeezing some juice. Stay there a second. Okay, friends, everybody, we're going to tuck toes, lift your knees, find your downward facing dog. If you want to modify, you just stay on your hands and knees and you can keep your toes tucked, bearing weight still on your hands. Otherwise, make yourself an upside down V. If you're too far apart, you'll feel like all the weight is in your hands. Walk your feet in closer so that you can drive through your heels, pressing some of the weight back through your tailbone, stretching through the back of your legs, but evenly distributing this weight. Once you get there, let your head relax. Open your eyes, set your gaze at that spot on the floor between your toes. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Push through the knuckle of your index finger. Straighten your elbows, pull your shoulders down and back. You're still breathing. One more. Good. Look forward from your hands and knees or walking. Meet me at the top of your mat in a forward fold. Feet again about 2 fists apart. Let your knees soften. Let your body relax. Find an anchor. If you can wrap your arms around the backs of your legs, give yourself this big hug here. Create leverage for your chest to get closer to your thighs by wrapping your arms around the backs of your legs. If you do not feel that you can wrap your arms around the backs of your legs, grab onto something on the backs of your legs, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and hold on there. So you really are using your arms to pull into this forward fold. Look at how my knees are soft. So I don't have hyperextension of the knees trying to straighten them out. A little bit of softness here. You'll still get the length through the back of your legs. And then we'll breathe. So remember that the order of operations when you're on your mat is find your physical posture, set your gaze, and then find your breath. Like the slow, deep breath that you took when you were laying on your back. Inhale, exhale. Spread out your toes, push through all 4 corners of your feet, stand all the way up. Good. When you get here, now you can straighten your knees, pull your pelvis under so you lift through your ribs, shoulders down and back. Start with your hands out by your side, set your gaze. Everything hugs in. So if I drew a line from the top of your forehead, down your nose, through the middle of your mouth, all the way down through your chest, through your belly button, and landed between your toes, that's your center line. Hug everything in towards that center line. So shoulder blades draw together, glutes squeeze together, ribs draw in. Good. Take a breath in, reach up, look up. Bring your through heart center, soften your knees, forward fold. Good job. Walk your hands up the fronts of your legs, stop right underneath your knees, and straighten your legs. Find a flat back. So it's like I'm gonna set my favorite summer beverage, which is a glass of rosé, on your back. Keep it there, nice and firm. Pull your shoulder blades together, nice flat back. Set your gaze, breathe. For some of you, you may need to keep that bend in your knees because it's too strong, stretching through the hamstrings. But for some of you, you're safe to push your legs straight here. Toes are light, drive through your heels. Breathe in, breathe out. Soften everything, bend your knees, fold. Find your way back to either a high plank, or Ashley, if you want to look at me, when you modify your high plank, knees come behind you so that I always have a stack of shoulder, elbow, wrist. That's going to help build up this shoulder and tricep muscle to hold you up without just being right here in the tabletop, which is really like I can be loose in the arms. So knees are way back. Otherwise, guys, you're in a high plank. Lift those knees and you might go back and forth between both. All right, we're going to skip the chaturanga for this first round. So everybody just take your time, get all the way down to the mat. Try not to be like a falling elevator. Just get down there with some control. Breathe in, breathe out. Once you get here, push through your hands gently. Lift your chest. Squeeze your elbows into your sides. Good. Keep your gaze down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Your choice. You push back through your hands and knees, or tuck your toes, squeeze those elbows in, engage through everything, and push up all the way up to your high plank. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. You did it. Come on back, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. That was 1. Big breath in, big breath out. Through your hands and knees or walking, make your way to the top of the mat. Soften here, fold. Find a place to put your arms, again, around the backs of your legs. Maybe just hanging onto your calves or ankles. If that's not good for you, you can always let your head hang onto your elbows like you're crossing your arms in front of your body. Breathe here. All right, good job, guys. Push through your feet, release your hands, stand all the way up. Go ahead, inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, stop here. Stand well, squeeze your glutes, breathe in, breathe out. Like you were about to step on stage. That's what next month looks like for you. You're stepping onto the stage. Imagine if everything you've been doing up until now has been just a little bit of dress rehearsal, but you're really ready to shine. Big breath in, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Take your hands through the center, come all the way down. Breathe in, find your flat back. Straightening your legs, toes are light. Hands on the front of your legs. Glass of rosé on your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Breathe. Exhale, bend your knees. Find your way down to your hands and knees, modified high plank or full plank. All right, let's all do the chaturanga the first time modified. So everybody, drop your knees back behind you. Take your elbows like you're gonna open jars. Squeeze your hands into the mat and turn this antecubital space, this eye of your elbow forward, rotating your arm bones. Push your chest forward, but your arms don't move. They pull back towards your ribs. Squeeze your elbows in, start to bend your arms lower. Keep your gaze straight down. Stop if you can. When you get halfway there, good, Susan, squeeze your arms in even tighter. Exhale, lower all the way down. Good job. If you didn't breathe that whole time, next time you can try to breathe. Inhale, lift your chest. Just a little bit, right? Yeah, lower all the way down. Good work, guys. From your hands and knees or pushing all the way up, squeeze the elbows in, high plank. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's do one more and then we'll take a rest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look forward. Make your way to the top of the mat. If the getting up and down, like Linda, if you're modifying and being on your hands and knees more, you could always just take a child's pose instead of the forward fold if you feel like the getting up and down is cumbersome. Having said that, the forward fold is really the best exercise for lengthening your back. So
I'm not going to get any taller.
You never know, Chris. You may not be taller, but your legs might feel longer, huh? Wrap your arms around something around the backs of your legs. Find an anchor. Breathe. All your awareness is right here in this forward fold. Listen to your breath. No matter what you're doing here, you did good by showing up today. Release your hands, push through your feet, all four corners of your feet, ground down. Stand all the way up, breathe in, reach up. Exhale, reset, hands to heart center. Set your gaze, hold your gaze steady. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Good, inhale, exhale. Very good, Ashley. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, take your body down, forward fold. Hang there a moment. Feel the blood come into your head. Straighten your legs gently. Inhale, flat back. Hands to your shins, good. Anchor the bottoms of your hands right underneath your knees so you really can do this flat back, allowing your legs to straighten, getting that
Very flat.
tension through your shoulders. There you go. Looks good, Chris. Exhale, fold. All right, meet me here. This is our last one in this way. High plank or modified with your knees down. Notice the qualifier, huh? All right, high plank. Turn those elbows forward. You can be on your knees again, or if you're up for a more challenge without hurting your shoulders, shift your chest forward, Let's all lower down together. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. Lower all the way down. Good job. Once you get there, relax your feet. Inhale, gently press your chest up. It can be a little or a lot. Good, Alana. Exhale, lower all the way down. Rest here on the mat. Take a moment with your forehead down. Breathe. Like you were getting a little bit of a recharge from the contact you have on the mat. Tuck your toes. Go back through your hands and knees. Or hug the elbows in. Push up. High plank. Good, Joe. Exhale. Push back. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Beautiful job. Everybody, drop to your knees. Sit back. Get off your hands here. Circle out your wrists. Breathe. All right. We're going to stretch out the wrists. So take your right hand, put the top of your hand on the floor. So you got to pick up your hips. Now my palm is up.
Ouch.
My left hand is just here to support me. So depending on how tight your wrists are, you may be like, holy moly, and that's as far as you go. If you're okay here, you can start to add a little bit of dynamic movement, just swaying a little bit back and forth.
Oh.
So my right hand went upside down. This part of the hand where your rings are is pushing down on the floor. And good, Joe. And then you're just going to rock back and forth. Good, Tommy. Just rock back and forth a little bit. Who feels like this hurts a lot?
It's a bit.
Yeah.
Hurts a bit. Yeah. So you'll find by doing yoga, when you bear all this weight on your hands, you get like really strong and tight in your wrists, but it's important to keep the ligaments stretched out. Let's switch hands. Come back to your seat. Shrug your shoulders a few times. Do the other hand. So left hand, bring it towards you. And now that top part goes on the mat. Use your right hand to offer a little support. So Chris, put your right hand down. That'll take some of the weight off of that other wrist. And then just, you can stay there or rock back and forth just a little bit. So you got to listen to your body, y'all. If you have full-on carpal tunnel and this hurts like crazy, then just modify a little bit. Maybe put that hand on a blanket or pillow. It can still be upside down. Recognize we stay tight in places we don't even think of. Good. Ashley, how are you doing so far?
Good.
Good. Sounds like your babies are letting you do this, so I'm glad about that. All right, guys, take a big breath in, big breath out. I'm going to give you two choices. We're going to meet in a lunge. You can either step your right foot forward right here from your tabletop and just meet me right here, or practice going through your down dog. Lift your right leg up. Squeeze your knee towards your nose. Practice getting your foot there. Rise all the way up. You're in a high lunge. Breathe. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Okay. Bring your hands together at heart center. Then take your hands so they reach behind you. Spark your fingers. My palms are facing forward. Pull your shoulder blades together. Set your gaze strong in this leg. Some of you stay right here. Some of you, you're going to move on. Lift your back leg. Just try it.
Honey.
All right, so here's how that looks. Some of you stay right here. You're building up the strength in this leg. Some of you, you don't have to go real high. Just lean forward, lift.
I can't even get forward.
There you go. Good, Michaela. All right, everybody meet back here. Bring your hands, you just got to try. Bring your hands together at heart center. Drop your back heel, open up to your warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Put your left hand on your hip. Slide your right hand a little bit down inside your right knee. If you feel like this is already tugging a lot on your left hip, you're going to stay right here. If you're okay, you can start to slide your right hand a little bit more. As long as you can keep your left shoulder open, perhaps you take your left hand also up to the sky, wrist to wrist on one straight line if your arms are extended. Otherwise, you've got an anchor with your left hand on your hip.
Oh, there we go.
Good, Tommy. Joe, take your right foot forward and straighten your leg. One more breath here. Use your core, stand all the way up, put your hands out to the edges. Put your left hand down, take your right arm up. Reverse triangle, reach back. Good, use your waist, come back up to center, bend your right knee. Take your left hand to your hip again, bring your right elbow on top of your right thigh. Some of you are gonna stay right here. Offer me a snack in your right hand, just hold that right hand open. Some of you, you might wanna go further, take your left arm up, maybe even over. As long as you are keeping this left shoulder drawn open and back, nice bend in your right knee, breathe. If you're fully here in your body, even if you feel like there are parts of you that are struggling or stretching or not aligned, pull your focus back. Guys, you're so lucky that you are strong enough to stand up on your own two legs. Use your core, pull your left hand down, turn your body back to this high lunge. Right foot is forward, left leg is now on the toes. Breathe. Good. You're gonna gently bring your hands down to the mat, drop your back knee.
Oh, good.
Yay, we dropped the back knee, right? Put your left hand down. Right hand may just stay on your right knee like this. Or if you want more, try taking your right hand up towards the sky. A lot more intensity right here.
Oh, no,
So
no.
left hand is down. Good, Marco. Straighten out the elbow that's pushing into the mat. Good, Ashley. Reach up and open right here. Very nice, Linda. Breathe. Come back here. Put both hands down. Walk your toes out to the edge of the mat. Oh, goodness. A little bit of
Oh, here
lizard
comes that
here.
damn lizard.
Scoot your... No, I hear mothballs keep the lizards away. Scoot your left knee back just a little bit. There you go.
Oh,
Nicole, you have a really nice flat back. Good job. All right, so you can be on your hands right here, or if you've got the flexibility and the strength, then you could lower down to your forearms, but
Oh,
it's not necessary. You could use your yoga block, and you could create a little prop of your yoga block for your forearms to rest on.
not even far enough.
Yeah, it's close. Put your yoga block up higher, Chris, on its end.
Oh,
There you go. Maybe. Maybe you should have bought 3 yoga blocks, Chris.
you should have brought the
Like
giant
Lincoln.
size.
Yeah, exactly. The Lincoln logs, right? Stack them up.
Oh,
Okay, guys, take that foot back. Come up out of your lizard. Sweep your foot back.
Oh,
Ah.
ouch.
Take your knees a little bit wider, toes to touch. Relax your hips back. Take your head to the mat. Pause here, child's pose. Breathe in and breathe out. You guys are doing great. Really.
you.
You're doing really great. I'm really proud of you. And thank you, Alana. We're showing up together. Lift your hips. Ready for the other side?
Yes.
Be a yes, thank you. All right, ready? Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog, or you're always welcome to just go through tabletop, and we're all gonna meet with the left foot forward and the right toes on the mat with the knee lifted. So your choice is to just get there from down dog, leg is lifted, pull through. I know it sounds easy, but it's not. Or from your tabletop, this is where we all meet. If you find you're wobbly, Then scoot your left foot over more towards the left edge of your mat. Good. Ashley, bend your left knee more and keep your right knee straight. Good. Square your hips forward. Take your arms up to the sky. Set your gaze. Breathe here. Some of you are going to stay right here. Some of you are going to squeeze your booty as tight as you can and launch your right foot up. I'm sorry, take your hands back.
Again.
That's going to help you. Take your hands back, because you're on the other leg. So you could do it with your arms up, but we're going to do it with airplane style, which is arms back, palms facing forward. Squeeze your booty. Some of you stay right here. Some of you lift up your back leg. Just a little, play with your balance, and then come back. The landing gracefully is part of the practice, right? Just laugh at yourself, guys. Bend your knee, push off your right toes, lift. Once you get there, squeeze. So if you're all loose, you're falling. Squeeze, help everything into that center line.
We'll work on the landing.
And if it's not for you today, good, Joe. And if it's not for you today, it's okay. Ready? Arms up. Exhale, everybody open, warrior two. Bend your left knee. Pivot your right foot so it's parallel to the long edge of your mat. So left leg is bent, right leg is straight. And this way in warrior two, my hips are now squared to the long edge of the mat. So they're, like Ashley, if you don't have a mat, their hips aren't pulling forward, they're just facing to the side. Drop into your left knee, take your arms out, breathe. Good. Take a breath here. Very good, guys. Slowly straighten out your front leg. Take your right hand to your hip, left hand to the inside of your thigh. Nicole, pull your right shoulder back even more. Perfect. Take your right arm, if you'd like, up towards the sky, or it can just stay right here on your hip. Good, Michaela. Really long here, wrist to wrist. Straighten both legs. This is triangle pose. Squeeze your hips under. Both legs are spread apart, but they're straight. So that doesn't mean your goal is not necessarily hand to the floor. It's that you have strength through your core and side body. Breathe. Use your core. Come all the way back up. Hands are out to the sides. Reverse triangle. Take your right hand down, left hand up, maybe up and over. From my left wrist to my left toes, I'm trying to make one long line. So reach long here. Good. Breathe. Good. Use your waist. Use those muscles. Belly in. Come back here. Good, Chris Hope. Bend your right knee. Bend your left knee. That's confusing. Bend your left knee. Bring your left elbow. I'm sorry. Bend your left knee. Right leg is straight. Bring your left elbow to your thigh, extended side in. For some of you, your hand may stay on your hip on the right. For some of you, you may take it up and over. For all of you, your right shoulder is opening and back. All right, Susan wants us to fire it up. Let's do it. Your left hand, if you want to, off of your thigh, reach. I see how it is, Susan. Okay, there you go. Ashley's down for it. All right, I was being nice to you today, but I get it. Here we go. Reaching, belly in. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Come all the way back up. Pivot back to your lunge. Breathe here. Find it. Be strong. Good work. Bring your hands down to the mat. Drop your back knee. Relax your foot. Put your right hand down. Peel your left hand up towards the sky. If you're able to scoot your right knee back, you'll get a little bit more opening and stretch through here. Pull your left shoulder back. Breathe. Belly in. Sometimes while you're doing yoga, you think, how is this going to make me stronger? It just seems stretchy or awkward or long, but it really does because you are lengthening and isolating and strengthening each muscle. All right, elbow lizard.
Right.
Lean into your lizard. Work your left foot over to the left edge of your mat. Back knee is down. If it's hard for you to get into this position, you can also always support your right knee on a pillow or something. There you go. Good, Tommy. Take your right knee back a little bit more, Tommy. Right knee back. Uh-huh. Do you feel the difference that happens?
Yes.
Usually it's a kind of serious yes, huh? All right, you can use your yoga block. You can use your pillow. You all should use your breath. Imagine that word that you're going to embody in July, that you have a big Post-it note. Maybe you actually want to actually do this for real, that it is written at the front of your mat. That showing up, that courage, that sticking to it, that not being afraid. It's right there. It's reminding you that it's your choice. All the little moments are what add up to that one big decision. If you're struggling, close your eyes, relax your shoulders, breathe. One more breath here. All right, come gently out of your lizard. Swing your left foot back. Drop
Remember,
back
this
to your
mic is too
seat.
close.
And
Chris Hone is my
picks up your
spirit
sound
animal.
very well. I know it picks up your sound very well, Chris. So
Well,
I mean,
the
I feel like
microphone is right here.
oh right. So, okay, guys, sit on your bum. Put your feet out in front of you. Sit up tall. Okay.
Oh, no.
Ready? Oh no. Option one. Option one. Hold on to the backs of your legs. Lift.
Oh, no.
We can all do that. So if you're caving in, then you're working your back, not your core. So pull your chest up like you're proud. Pull your chest up. Flex your feet. Good. Now, those of you who are like, I got this, no problem. Don't worry, we're going to add on.
Yeah, I know.
So stay here. Breathe. All right, let's all reset. Take your heels down. Good. All right. Option two is you're going to do that again with no hands. They're bent. Hands out to the side. You may be like, doot, doot, and just kind of need to go back and forth. Lift your chest. What we don't want is hanging on for dear life. So even if you're hanging on to the backs of your legs, try not to be hanging on for dear life. Just hang on like you're just giving yourself a little bit of support. You believe you can do it. If you've got your hands out, you might be shaking by now. Good job. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Put your feet down. Don't worry. We're going to do more. Breathe. Okay. Option 3. Take your right hand, hook your right big toe, pick up that leg. Use that anchor, and then just pick up your left leg. Hold your left hand out to the side. So my left foot is up off the floor. If it's bent, it will be easier for you to balance, but your right leg can be straight. Left hand right out to the side. Good. I just wanted to see how awkward you could feel. All right, so push your chest
really
forward. Be here, be here. Good, all right, put that one down, switch. If you're somewhere in the middle, that's okay, that's where we all are. All right, and this time grab the left toe with your left piece fingers. Pull your chest up. Your chest is lifted the whole time. That way you're engaging through this whole, imagine you have like something wrapped around your midsection. That's what's holding you in. Lift your foot, straighten your left leg.
I can't straighten it.
Your right leg. Okay, don't straighten it then. That's true. A lot of you may not be straightening it, but you have an anchor. Keep your other foot lifted on its own, right hand out to the side. Good. Balance, breathe. There went Alana. Come on back. Good job, guys. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Here we go. 2 sets of fingers, 2 big toes. Joe's got it going on. Here we go.
Oh, good Lord.
Ready? Sit up tall, walk your heels in closer or you're gonna fall. So heels gotta be in closer. Marco's going for it. Good job. Here we go. Lift, lift.
Ah!
You don't have to go far. Even if you're here, you're still working your core. So you could be here, feet together.
Where can you go?
No, you gotta laugh, right? Okay.
Oh,
All right, ready? Let's all roll backwards. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Roll backwards.
Lord. Oh.
Release your feet.
You want them to do that?
You can be very entertaining to the people in your household, huh?
That's why I do it in a
All
room
right,
by
you're
myself.
All right, you're down on your back, guys. Let's finish the way we started. Bridge pose. Put your heels down, bending your knees. You can hang on to the edges of your mat, or I'm going to give you another option. Push up your hips. You can hang on to the edges of your mat gently, or interlace your fingers behind your back, pulling your hands together. Only do this if it feels okay in your shoulders and neck. Otherwise, hands on the floor beside you are just fine, because the goal of this is really working all three glute muscles, major, medial, and minimus. So push up here, squeeze, toes are light. Maybe you close your eyes. You made it through an hour. You're warm, your cells are activated, your mitochondria are working. Your muscles have more blood in them right now. Breathe in, breathe out, lower all the way down. Your spirit is more aligned. Hug your knees into your chest.
Oh, ouch.
Maybe you lift your shoulders. You don't have to. And then relax. Walk your feet out. Take your hands out to the edges of your mat. If you'd like to prop up your feet or your knees or your hips with a pillow, you can do that. But look for a way that you can melt for a minute or two. I'm so proud and thankful of each of you. Just keep showing up. Breathe in and breathe out. Give yourself this little bit of time. Your mind starts running away, then you listen for your own breath. Take another deep breath in. Open your mouth. Take a big cleansing breath out. When you're ready, roll over to your side. Bring your hands together at heart center. In closing, I wanted to share with you a passage that's from the Book of Joy. That's the interview I think I had shared with you between the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu. And the Archbishop is talking about illness. And he says, there's a powerful distinction between healing and curing. Curing involves the resolution of the illness, but is not always possible. Healing, he says, is coming to wholeness and can happen whether or not the illness is curable. The light in me, friends, honors and is thankful for the light in each of you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.